Tonight, new details about Jason Guthrie, the man accused of fatally stabbing a co-worker at a Jacksonville beer factory. We've learned that he was the only suspect in a 2017 homicide after a woman's body was found under his bed. The state declined to prosecute and he was released. Our Sydney Deshawn is live tonight outside the jail where Guthrie's being held. And Sydney, you spoke with the daughter of the woman who was killed 8 years ago.
Yeah, and she's now demanding answers about how he was ever let back on the streets. She calls it an injustice and says if nothing changes, the community will continue to be at risk.
I know that myself and the people who loved Autumn did not forget, regardless of her file that collected dust.
8 years after her mother was killed, the pain still haunts her family. A 48-page homicide report detailing how Autumn Van Camp was strangled in 2017, weeks before Summer Pace was set to graduate high school.
And it was a very numbing feeling.
Autumn's body was discovered, hidden, under Jason Guthrie's bed, according to this police report. He's listed as the primary suspect, but was never charged in her homicide. Guthrie now facing new charges, accused of killing a 22-year-old co-worker. Antoine Autry, this October in what appears to be a random attack.
I immediately felt for the victim's family. I cried and cried and cried that he had hurt somebody else.
According to her mother's homicide report, Guthrie was a Navy construction worker suffering with PTSD. His family says his mental health declined after being shot in the head in a car crash in 2016. In 2017, investigators say Guthrie was Baker-acted after attacking his father with a cord. The next day, Autumn's body was found. Police say Guthrie was sent to a mental health facility where he's accused of attacking another patient in a similar way. After being released, he was convicted of a stabbing outside a liquor store in 2020. The state attorney's office says it sought substantial prison sentences, but the court sentenced him to the time he had already served. Summer is still fighting for justice for her mother. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office says her mother's case was, quote, exceptionally cleared.
I feel like we were failed by a system that was supposed to protect us.
The state attorney's office says the case was dropped because Guthrie was deemed mentally incompetent and the evidence didn't meet the legal standard for prosecution. Attorney Curtis Fallgetter, who was not part of the case, explained what this means.
If you're not competent after 2 years, your case is supposed to be dismissed unless you can be restored to competency. Obviously, they concluded he couldn't, so it's appropriate for his case to be dropped.
Summer says Guthrie should have never been released.
At that point, I don't really know where someone like this would go, but the public was not the answer.
Fallgetter says the state does have the option to involuntarily commit Guthrie if he poses a danger.
Even though they can't prosecute him, if he's still a danger, the law requires that the state can keep him housed indefinitely until they determine he's no longer a danger to the community.
Summer says she won't stay silent.
I cannot go next year or a year after that or 2 years after that to look online again and see that he's out.
And Guthrie is being held in the Duval County Jail tonight, charged with second-degree murder for the October stabbing. He's due in court next week. Reporting live outside the Duval County Jail, Sydney Deshawn, First Coast News, on your side.